Man, things have gotten out of hand. Let's talk about it.
If you don't like it, leave. We will not defund police. We don't want no riots in our neighborhoods or in the streets. We respect freedom of speech. We protect what we believe. We don't want nobody dead, so please do not tread on me.
What's up, everybody? Stuff's getting out of hand. There are some serious problems happening as far as the ATF and what they are doing that, in my opinion, is solely the job of Congress and lawmakers. I think it's become like an internal cancer for our government and our system that likes to delegate problems or push it off or delay it or whatever as much as possible. So instead of having Congress sit together and debate and have intellectual conversations about reasons for or against a law, we have delegated a bureaucracy, a non-elected agency, to interpret the law in different ways. Now, recently with the ATF, they went out and said that a certain accessory on a particular firearm, a pistol, was legal. 10 years later, they flip-flop and say, all of you that have that pistol brace, you have to either register it, you have to destroy it, or you could be a felon. Now, obviously most people are not going to choose felony, but that's the problem here. The problem is there's going to be a lot of Americans. One is too many, in my opinion. But a lot of law-abiding American citizens are going to become felons overnight. That seems like a serious problem. Now, there was a committee hearing over this issue, and it went in the favorable way. Now, this is just the first stepping stone of the whole process. But we have a good track record recently with Bruin and other cases, but it's not even close to being where it needs to be. There's a YouTuber named CRS Firearms. That's his channel. He recently was charged with felonies because he promoted somebody's website. The website was Auto Keycard. It was a piece of metal, and it had a drawing, a very short etching drawing on the metal of what's called a lightning link. The details of this case are crazy. No one could make this thing work. So essentially they made the website owner and this YouTuber, who they're arresting him, or he's in prison now, I suppose, essentially promoting or facilitating the illegal sale of a machine gun. I'm not a lawyer. That's crazy. That's so crazy to me. I mean, I was talking to a guy at a gun show, and he was pretty, I think I kind of offended him, but I was telling him because he was selling like little, what were they? They weren't the grenades. They were like a giant, like, artillery round. It wasn't a 50 BMG. It was bigger than that, which is illegal. So a lot of people don't even know that. But because it looks like it, even though it doesn't work, like in this case that just happened, just because it looks like something, but even though it does not operate as intended, well, actually, I shouldn't even say that because the whole intent thing. That's the thing. It was never intended to be a machine gun. It was intended to be a novelty item that no one, even people who were intending to make it work like a machine gun, couldn't make it work like a machine gun. It's crazy to me. Now, something even crazier. I didn't get too many details. I don't think there's a lot of details on it out right now because it's fresh as well. But apparently, a metal fragment, a little piece of metal, fell into somebody's fire control group, which is like your trigger housing and all that, and caused it to malfunction, making it run away. Now, anyone who's dealt in firearms, especially old firearms, know that things internally can break and could cause a malfunction, catastrophic failure, the gun to run. It could do a lot of things. That's why you have to be oh so careful with firearms. That's why there's the huge safety thing. It's like, don't point the gun at anything you don't want to destroy. Everyone seems to lack that simple rule. And yet, still, people are freaking shooting themselves when they're not supposed to. Well, when they're not supposed to, they're never supposed to. But, you know, there's a huge case against Sig Sauer right now because they're claiming that the P320 is shooting people while it's in the holster. It's just shooting cops unintentionally. Now, finally, I saw a video that came out on a so-called P320 going off unintentionally and shooting the cop in the leg. So I was like, all right, finally, I want to see the proof. I am from the show me state. Show me the proof. The guy literally has it in his hand. So essentially, he was getting out of the cop car, and as he was pulling his firearm out, he discharges it. He claims that he did not pull the trigger. The fact of the matter is, if you don't follow the safety, the foundational safety rules with firearms, you're going to have a bad day. So, all of that being said, the good fight is still going on. Go to my website, antirantsolutions.com, and down at the bottom, I have little posts that I write up. I have a video, a YouTube link in that post to watch the whole thing live. Or I should say watch the whole thing as it was recorded live. I watched it live. It sucked. But, I mean, you got to watch this stuff. You got to know what's going on. I mean, there was a representative from St. Louis that was there, and she was embarrassing to say the least. So, watch it, you know. Listen to all of them. Listen to everybody. Don't turn off somebody because you hate them. Although I have been guilty of it myself. You know, it's funny. I mean, it's not funny, but here we are trying to turn law-abiding citizens into felons with a pistol brace. Now, I believe the bump stocks are like, yes, legal. So it's crazy to me. It's like, just go off of the letter of the law. Go off the letter of the law with the freaking Constitution. Shall not be infringed.